Greetings, one and all. Welcome to the post-credit show.
Yes.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chris.
And we're talking about video games and movies we have played and watched and other sort of
done.
nerd stuff things and or general type things we have done.
Yeah, still not much this week.
Edmonton Expo was last weekend.
Yeah, I didn't go.
Neither did I. So that's covered.
I kind of wanted to because I'm interested in seeing Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie was apparently really good.
Yeah.
One of the guys I know went.
The highlight video I saw was funny.
He
texted apparently Chris Evans.
Yes, that's
Dorito.
Yeah, because someone asked him like, "Do you call him Dorito?" And it's like, "Why?" And it's like, and he's like, "Will now."
And then asked I remember that video. He asked what type of Dorito he is.
Yes.
She said Cool Ranch. He's like, no,
that's me.
That's me. He's like zesty.
Yes. My coworker was he went to that panel because he was like, that was amazing. And he's like, the rest of the panels were... The other panel he didn't get to that he kind of wanted to was Ernie Hudson.
Okay.
Didn't get to that one.
Shatner was on a Friday.
And Shatner he missed.
That one... I mean, I think we had something going on. No, I maybe had Oil King stuff.
You might have had... I don't remember. I don't remember last week.
Yeah, no, it was a Sunday. I don't know why I didn't go. I didn't go.
I did not go. The Edmonton Expo, to me, ours here in town, it's good. It's not like the best.
Well, if you're bringing names like Mackie, though.
Yeah, it's getting there.
It's getting there.
But to me, I enjoy if I have the time, the trip actually to a different place, to go to a convention, you make a weekend out of it as opposed to here where I'm like, go home, from home to Expo, from Expo to home.
To video game.
Right, like at least if you're traveling with people,
yeah,
and you kind of have a guy's weekend, like you make a guy's weekend out of it, it's a little bit nicer than just, because I know most of my staff is like, that I work with are like, well, you're not going? And I'm like, no. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because
it's tempting.
I'm like, it's here.
I know Ross went.
Yeah. I've never actually been to the Edmonton Expo.
I've been there twice.
Twice, I think?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah. And again, most of it is because it's here, and I'm like,
Yeah.
It's down
and
the road.
It's because their guests are...
And a lot of times, the guests, I'm like, there's like two people I really want to see, whereas when I travel, it's like, okay, there are this, and this that
And what I've always found is you're not going to get the bigger names, especially from TV.
Yeah.
Because this is around the time where they're still
filming.
The start of their seasons have begun on TV, but they're doing their mid-season stuff already. So they're filming. While if you go in Calgary, which I believe is in March
or April.
February, March, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
The seasons are pretty much done by then, so they can get the bigger names.
Yeah, and then I tell everybody, I'm like, I go to the Calgary one, and they go, like, well, is it just better? And I'm like,
well, yeah.
It's they pull in bigger names for one thing, and two, like I say, it becomes a weekend.
Yeah,
it's a nice trip where you can actually talk with the guys after, and you go for dinner, and you do your thing. Whereas again in Edmonton, I'm not going to the bars after. I'm not going out for dinner after. I'm not. Yeah. Whereas like when we went to Calgary that one time, like not that we approached him or anything, but Michael Rooker was next to us at dinner, and you're like, yeah,
we didn't bother him.
Of course we didn't bother him. We're at a fancy steakhouse.
It's actually funny because they were talking about at my work.
Yep.
Because someone met Oprah or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
From our work, and then they started talking about, well, what if I don't know what I'd do if I met a famous person. I didn't speak up, but in my head, I'm like, you just leave them alone.
And again, if we had
talk to them like a normal person.
If we would have been at a bar, I would have bought Mike. Like I'd go up, and he's there. You're like, can I get you a drink? Can I, because he's at a bar. We were at a restaurant. He was having dinner with people.
Yeah.
We saw R.L. Stein had breakfast next to us.
Yeah,
that would not have happened in Edmonton because I'm having breakfast at home.
Yeah.
And R.L. Stein, I'm guaranteeing you, is not coming to my house for breakfast.
Well, you could invite him.
I could invite him. I send him see who the guests are next year and like start tweeting them like, would you like a home cooked meal for breakfast? You can totally come by my place.
It's fairly close to the Expo Center.
It's fair. I'll drive you. I'll pick you up from whatever hotel you're staying in. I'll cook you breakfast and I'll drive you to the Expo for the morning.
I will try and make it better than the hotel.
Yeah. It's not a buffet, but I promise bacon and hash browns and eggs and toast. If you have special requests, let me know. Like, if it'll get you into my house.
You have an allergy.
Yeah, if you have an allergy and you must like dogs. So
she'll jump all over you.
She'll jump all over you. But that's what I mean. Like, I enjoy that fact about Calgary, too, is you actually have... Because you're out, you have the chance of actually seeing people.
I know we saw lots of them while we were there.
We did.
We didn't talk to them.
No. Because, again, I'm not going to approach a guy... Again, I'm not approaching...
If you're eating a meal, I'm not coming up and talking to you.
Again, yes. R.L. Stein and his wife are having breakfast. I'm not going to go up and be like...
Hey.
Oh, my God. Like, I read your books all through my childhood.
Although there was someone we kind of knew there that, for some reason, she could talk to them.
Yes.
She found them.
Yeah, she kept finding people.
Not intentionally.
Yeah, she kept finding people other places where she could actually, like, in approachable situations, and it's like, oh, man.
Where she actually had drinks with Linda Hamilton and whoever the villain was for the third one. I can't remember her name.
Yeah. That's what I mean, though. Like, yeah, you can... But, yeah, the chance of that happening there is high, whereas in Edmonton, again, once it's over, I go home.
Actually, I'd be interested in going to Calgary this year. Considering the poster they put out. And the kind of after the Edmonton Expo that Calgary spoke of it, said, well, it's time to look at start considering ours, and then just remember though, there's no roads to where we're going or whatever the Back to the Future thing. I'm like, if they get a reunion going here,
that's worth seeing.
Michael J. Fox and Christopher
Lloyd,
if they have those two.
And we'll have them perform Rick and Morty. They really
watch Rick and Morty.
They have to do an episode where they like show up on Rick and Morty, not as like Doc and Marty, but just like an alternate Rick and Morty who are voiced by them as opposed to.
But yeah, if that's what Calgary has,
that's really more enticing.
Heavily considering going.
That's more enticing. And again, it's tougher because I was even talking about going to Calgary, and like one of my coworkers again goes, "Well, you can't take the Friday off to go down." And I'm like, I don't need the Friday because I can go after work.
Why can't you?
I can go after work and drive down, but like I've never been big on the Friday night.
It depends if who their guests are on Friday, or whether I'd be getting there. Yeah, but Calgary's also turned into a 4-day thing too.
Yeah, it's big now.
So, whatever.
Have to check the schedule.
Whenever it
comes out. Either way. So that happened in Edmonton. Do you want to go?
Sure.
Should I go?
Sure, why not? NHLAT.
So what modes are you into right now?
I've kind of stopped franchise mode for now.
Yeah.
I'm now on to be a pro.
Nice.
According to my brother, I am an idiot.
Good for you.
I know. So I start in the CHL.
Okay.
The junior league.
Yeah.
Essentially. And in the NHL, if you can get drafted at 17.
Yes.
Or something like that. Yeah, I set my character to 16.
Oh.
So I'm going to be spending an extra year in junior.
That's not bad, though, and be a pro.
It will help my rating.
I was going to say your rating will go up.
I'll be like a superstar by the time I get drafted.
Yeah, you'll be
go first overall.
Yeah, you're a Connor McDavid choice now.
It depends what mode I had, or difficulty I found. I set it on pro mode, which is like kind of the medium range.
Yeah.
I got like 2 games in a row where I got 4 goals and 3 assists.
Oh, see.
So I was like, oh, why not? Step up to the next one. I couldn't score.
Nice.
The only way I scored is I accidentally kicked the puck in and it counted somehow.
Neat. As long as there is no kicking motion.
I don't know how. It looked like a kicking motion on screen, but it worked.
Technically, the game didn't think it was.
Nope.
Oh, I forgot I had this thing. Keep going.
But so I did that, and I think we kind of mentioned it when you were talking about FIFA, where I got kicked out of a game.
Ah, yes, you got kicked out for boarding.
For hitting someone from behind.
So what kind of character do you play for NHL?
Sniper.
All right, yep. Well, I wondered if you were boarding people, if you were like a bruiser or something. But
no. In the league, there's not much of a bruiser anymore.
No, there's not, but in the game you can still kind of...
You set up as a big guy.
Yeah.
It was my first fight as a rookie, I guess. So yeah, I got kicked out, and then it's, do you want to watch the rest of the game, or do you just want to simulate the rest of this? I'm like, well, I don't want to watch. This is...
If you can't play...
So I simmed it, and
yeah.
I got in trouble from the coach and the manager.
I was going to say coach, manager, team.
Everyone. Yeah. Don't do that. It's bad. You're a top guy.
Yeah.
Don't get kicked out. So that's be the tough part, is just trying to get through 2 years of junior.
Yeah.
That would be the tough part. And
that'll pay off in the end, though. So your brother thinks you're stupid for not starting at 17 and just going right to the NHL.
Play 1 year of junior and then go to get drafted.
Yeah.
And whatever.
Like I say, yeah, I feel like your rating will be better, and yeah, you'll end up on it.
I'm already at 61.
Yeah.
Which is not great, but I started at 55.
So
and I'm in mid-December right now.
Oh. He'll be like 98 overall by the time.
By the time I get drafted.
I am the next Gretzky.
Oh, maybe, we'll see.
But see, and that's what I was even talking about, because you were here when I was talking about NBA last week, and like Tony brought up the virtual currency thing.
Yeah.
Again, I'm starting off as a rookie at 65 overall.
Yeah.
We are a little bit over, I think I've played 50 games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 72 overall now. Like, I'm not supposed to be superstar status by, like, the beginning of the game.
And I guess the other tough part of this is I am the highest ranked person on my team.
Yeah.
And everyone is way below me.
So
it's like the quality just kind of drops.
Pass the puck!
Well, they do. They give me the puck all the time. It's just a matter of, I guess, I'm dependent on scoring.
Yes.
Because the first game I jumped up with the higher difficulty, we got demolished. Like, it was like my rest of my team could not play. Because I think we got beat like 7-0. And I was on for 2 of our goals. And it was like the first shift I simmed.
Yeah.
They scored 2 already. I'm like, oh, well, pressure's on for me to score.
Oh, okay.
I can't score on this new mode.
Yeah.
Or this new difficulty because it's just the goalies are tougher.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, yeah. But I'm getting better. Like, it's unlike the other ones. Because in the other Be a promos, they have the arrow where you should be type thing. This one doesn't. It's kind of more of a free range.
Okay.
You know where you're supposed to be. It's kind of up to you to be there.
Yeah.
The coach will give you crap for not being in that position.
Yeah.
Because I'm a left winger.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to be covering the points.
Right.
If I'm chasing the puck around, I get in trouble on that shift is you weren't covering the point.
I know that problem in NBA. Left your assignment, and I'm like, I had to leave my assignment because, well, game of basketball, we're down by 2 points. There is 20-some seconds left on the stupid clock for the game, not just the shot clock, but the entire game. Well, of course, the other team's just going to sit there with the ball.
Well, yeah.
So my team's not attacking, so I'm like, I got to pressure this guy off the ball.
Yeah.
So I leave my assignment. I lose points because I left my stupid assignment. But I got the frickin' ball back, and I tied the game.
Don't mention
Take that, coach!
Well, yeah, and then, for every negative, you get a minus on the percent.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, if you do a positive, it's more.
Yeah.
But, like, even if the play, we get scored on, and it's, bad line defense. I had nothing to do with the play.
I was in my position. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Because the goalie can't stop.
See, that's where NBA was actually pretty good, is if I do screw up, it docks you points. If I do a good job, even if they score, but I do my job of, like, boxing the guy out, it gives me positive points for boxing him out.
I wish.
Because it's like, you did your job, or if sometimes it'll give you no points. Like, it won't deduct or give you because it's like, oh, you really should have gone in to help.
Yeah.
But you also stayed in your position. Like, you didn't do anything wrong, but you also didn't do anything right. So we're just going to, like, that play is a null and void for you. So it's like, oh, okay.
The thing I got to work on is my skill stick.
Oh, yeah.
I've been in a couple shootouts now.
Oh, and you got it. Yeah.
And I'm doing my thing, and I miss. I can't score.
Yeah.
I think I've learned how to fake and toe drag.
Oh, nice.
So
that's the key.
Yeah. Slowly figuring this game out.
Well, because you didn't get the game last year.
No. I'm every 2 years. Yeah. There's no point to getting it every single year. It's like a Call of Duty.
Well, and I mean,
changes.
This year, for Oilers fans, is kind of the year to get the game.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing as our dude's on the front cover.
Absolutely.
So, even if you had gotten it last year, this year is kind of like, shit, just own the bloody box with, you know.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, I've got it digitally, so I'll forever have his picture on your
system.
Doing that. Which is
I love the commercial, too, that they had him do. Where he was all the different
people. I love that.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Edmonton sucks.
Who is this?
You're gonna bleep my face out, right?
Who is this David McConnor?
Yeah. It's surprising how many people I meet that do not know how to say his name.
No.
I've met quite a few, and I'm like, what is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
It's Connor McDavid. Or just McDavid. If you can't remember his first name, that's cool.
It's Sea Dog. That's how, when we hang out, that's what I call him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that,
does the be a promo to like add any story elements, that kind of stuff? You just play games. Yeah. You don't have to check
develop your player.
Don't have to check your phone.
Automatic. No.
Don't have to check.
I have my training set to automatic, so the computer can do whatever they want with my training.
Oh yeah.
I really don't care. I want to play a game.
See, my in FIFA, you can set your training on your off days if you have enough energy.
Yeah.
And I've been doing them because it's actually teaching me how to play the bloody game. Whereas hockey, I would do the same thing. I don't need to practice this jump.
Well, and then, I mean, even starting the game up for the first time,
yeah,
which is actually really cool. They have the head guy from Team Canada, Tom Rennie. Yep. So he's in charge of all hockey up Canada. And he's talking, welcome to the training videos.
Oh, nice.
And then they have like 5 different segments of walk yourself through and train yourself on how to play the game.
Nice.
So, I mean, it goes to shooting, it goes to passing, how to play defense.
Nice. How
to deke, and then advanced deking, and then how to take face-offs, and just running you through the game. And if you watch the video, it's actually Team Canada doing drills.
Oh, cool.
Which is, like...
That's neat, yeah.
Cool. But yeah, I mean, other than NHL, it's been... What's yours?
I know.
A little bit of Destiny.
A little bit. I don't know that game yet. It's not out.
I haven't been ever since NHL came out, and my time that I've had.
And that's my biggest piece right now, is I'm lacking.
I have no time.
I've complained about it the other day, and then I've spent the last like 2 evenings kind of actually gaming.
You gotta make up.
Gotta make up. I gotta have something to talk about on this bloody show.
Well, I mean, I've been, like I said before, this hockey drafts.
Yep.
Getting music ready for
actual hockey. Yeah.
For being a DJ, I guess. Life's busy.
Life.
Yeah. That is the short and sweet of it.
That's you?
Yeah.
All right. I have to look up.
Someone's pulling up the Netflix.
Only because I need to look at the name of this one show that I have watched about 5 minutes of.
Fuller House.
Okay, we did watch Fuller House season 3. It actually, they've split their season in half this year.
Yeah.
So it's 9 episodes for season 3 right now, with the other 9 coming later this year.
Okay.
So the 9 episodes leave you with another cliffhanger that's been the same cliffhanger if you've watched season 1 and 2.
Is she pregnant?
No, she can't make up her bloody mind between whether she wants to date this one or this one.
Oh.
Same cliffhanger. If that was a spoiler to you, I don't care. Big Mouth is the show that I watched on Netflix the other day. I started watching it.
Oh, is this about...
This is about a bunch of teens going through puberty.
Okay.
And so I started watching this show because, again, I don't mind the adult cartoon-themed stuff.
Yeah.
And I watch it upstairs in my house because that's where one of our TVs is.
Yeah.
It is a TV I never thought I'd use, but I use it anyways. Either way, we have our big bay window in the front. You can see the TV. So again, I watch Family Guy on there. I watch cartoon shows.
Yeah.
I watch shows that, are more adult-themed, but
yeah.
are less risque than other shows. Like,
Yeah.
if I were to watch a Game of Thrones type show, I would close the drapes because I don't want a kid walking by to see Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Because I know what Game of Thrones is. This show I start watching, and the puberty monster or hormone monster comes out and starts talking. And they're in class, and they're talking about, like, the fallopian tubes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the one kid, like, the hormone monster pops out and pretty much is telling him that he, is getting an erection and stuff. And I'm like, okay, this is, ha ha ha. Then it goes to him and his buddy having a sleepover.
Yeah.
And the one kid goes to have a shower and is walking out with the towel tied around his waist. And the one kid jumps out of the closet and scares him, and the towel falls down.
Yeah.
So you see his butt, as in most cartoons. And I'm like, all right. Then it switches to the other side. Because this is what the kid, like, it shows his eyes going like... and it... like, that's the screen.
Penis.
And not blocked out, not like... Yeah. I'm like, oh... all right. And it flashed for not that long. And I'm like, okay. The next scene, because now this other kid is pretty much traumatized by seeing his friend's penis, is him playing basketball in gym class against 3 giant, like, penises with their balls. And I'm like, and time to shut this off with, like, the giant window open at 4 in the afternoon. So it was an okay show. I just got very thrown by, like, I'm not used to seeing that.
Penis.
Well, and I was not expecting it, because usually you see that kind of stuff on TV, and they've blurred it out for comic's sake, or they've, they censor it for whatever reasons. This is Netflix. So they're like, we don't have to censor it. Let's draw this. And you're like, okay.
Hooray.
Was not expecting that. I will watch this another time somewhere else, because it was starting to be quite funny, especially like, this hormone monster popping out, like, and making everything sexual. Like there's a clock, those cat clocks with the eyes that move. That's one of the jokes as he sits there, and it's like, well, I can't do this right now. Like my buddies, like they're in that sleepover, so the kid's in the one bed and the kid's in like a trundle bed.
Yeah.
So he's like right beside him, and it's like, yeah, you can. And it's like, think of that clock right there, man. And it's like, well, but like my aunt gave me that clock or whatever, or whatever, wasn't it? Or his aunt gave him that clock. Like I can't do it to the clock. And it's like, yeah, you can, because like she knew what she was doing when she bought that clock. And the kid's like, yeah, she did. And you're just like, oh man. Because everything turns him on, and I'm like, this could be really funny. Oh, my God. I just have to, another TV.
Downstairs.
Yeah, hiding. Hide my shame. Other than that, I've been playing NBA 2K18. Again, I still have had no issues with that game.
Your rating is slowly going up.
I'm at overall 72. Again, like people say they miss dunks or they miss this or they miss that, and it's wide open and it's clean. If it's clean, I have yet to miss my shots. Huh. So I don't know what people are doing. I don't know what major complaint that other people are having is. Yeah. So far, so good. And again, if I'm contested, I can still sometimes make those baskets, and my guy's actually better at that because he has the badges for that.
Yeah.
I have yet to try. I started it, but it's one of those Ultimate Team ones where you get like the cards, and they only work for so many games, and you have to get more cards. One of those ones. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of those ones.
No, I never was, even for hockey. When I pre-ordered the NHL, I was like, oh, you get this pack.
Yeah, you get packs.
Woohoo!
Yeah, yay!
I just want the game when it comes out.
Yeah, and I got a pack when I bought NBA because I got it early.
Yeah. So
if you bought it before the release weekend sort of thing, you got like extra packs in that thing, and I'm like, that's nice. NBA also, their be a manager mode type thing actually opens with your character from your My Career mode injuring himself.
Becoming a manager?
And becoming a manager later on.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, you
don't just move from here to there. It actually gives you like so many years later.
Yeah.
And you have to do the press conference. Like they've added a story mode to that part too, and I'm like,
too many story modes.
Because again, you're in front of the press, and it's like, well, are you going to keep the current coach of this team?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I think the coach is doing quite well here.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, and I sit there going like, I don't know basketball that well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I try it. So NBA's going good.
Yeah.
I have had no issues other than the story mode's quite stupid.
So you get that. Huh?
You do. So I just kind of ignore it at this point. Like, if people offer me endorsement deals, I'm like, yes.
I do everything.
Gatorade, Mountain Dew.
Surprised Gatorade and Mountain Dew aren't conflicting.
One of them is a soft drink. The other is a sports drink.
All right. Sure.
That's how I've reasoned it. And Reese's Puffs. I have side with Reese's Puff cereal.
Odd combination.
Also, my one problem with the Switch version is like the My Playground thing. Mm-hmm. There is no one on the street to actually play ball with.
No one.
So I have objectives that are like, compete in 3-on-3 with other people wearing a Reese's Puff shirt. There is no one available to play 3-on-3 with, so I haven't even bothered buying the Reese's Puff shirt because that takes away from me buying stat points.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'd buy the Reese's Puff shirt and play the games.
If you buy the Reese's
If I buy the cereal shirt, people will show up. I don't think that's how it works.
You don't know.
Most people are still trying to rank their characters up because apparently, from what I've read online, unless you're at like overall 85, playing against other people is pretty useless.
Uh-oh.
If our mic cuts out, it's earthquake. Nope. You were supposed to be sleepy today.
Hi.
You got shots. You were supposed to be sleepy. You are not sleepy.
I know.
On top of that, I got Golf Story.
Oh, and here comes the bigger trouble.
Stop. In the name of love. Before you break my... No, go back the other way.
That way.
She goes, okay, I'll sit. We're not huge on connections yet. Oh, there, she made it on camera. At least you don't look like a crazy person anymore. By the way, Pancake is now 32 pounds.
You're big.
We went for a vet visit today. Pancake!
Toilet?
Yeah. Not toilet.
No garbage can?
Yeah.
Technical difficulties number 2.
Yeah, Junior.
Technical difficulties 1 is standing there watching.
Teaching her what to do.
Yep.
Guess you can't go in there anymore. I know it's your favorite place. At 32 pounds, you're getting harder to lift. Ugh. Either way. Sup, Pancake? So
no, you can no.
No. Stay. So, either way, Golf Story. Good 2D golf game.
I might.
And it's one of those.
About it, I might.
You can try it out because there is like a quick play mode. We can actually play like a round of golf sort of thing.
Well, even the building of them.
Yeah, it's fun.
You build courses, right?
You don't build courses.
No. You
no.
Just go around and play.
You go around and play on the pre-made courses, and they're all themed.
Okay.
And they're all goofy themed. Like one of them is prehistoric, like times kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you do like upgrade your character and go through a story of trying to be like the next big champion.
Haha. Worked.
So it's been good, and it is a simple like press A to start swinging.
Okay.
Press A to at the one end.
Yeah.
And press A again.
Okay.
And you're done. Like that's the swings. The one bonus to that is it shows obviously like you're aiming here.
Yeah.
You can press a button and slide it back, so it's like, well, you're aiming way over here, but the hole's here.
Backspin.
But not even the backspin part. It's like you either have a putter or your sand wedge. Your sand wedge is going to go too far. You can press the Y button, sink it back, and it'll show you where on your bar you have to hit it to get that power. So I'm like, well, that's nice. You're not trying to, like, you know, in the old games where you're like, it's about half.
Yeah.
And you're trying to... This one, you can actually aim at it, and it shows you, like, okay, you have to hit right there. Or you press a button, it does an approach shot, so you have a little bit more control. And yes, there's backspin, force, like, you know, front spin, and all that stuff. So no, it's a fairly good game for $20. I went sports game nuts this week.
Apparently.
And then last but not least, I did get FIFA, which obviously we were talking about before. I did some My Career Mode stuff.
Yeah.
So
there's a story with that too. Right?
Not on the Switch version.
Oh right, yeah.
We don't get My Journey, as they call it.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with because I'm fed up with it in NBA. I don't need a soccer guy going like, "Blimey, mate! Like, let's go play some soccer or football."
Yeah. So if there's no story mode, there's no reason why they don't add NHL.
Again, that's my piece. Is like I'm assuming they didn't want to add NHL because again, it's not a huge like FIFA sells.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It's international.
It sells everywhere. So even the My Career Mode in this one, you know, you get the email from your manager. So you can get the messages from your manager, and it goes like, "Okay, like Team Canada, you are a prospect. They're watching you.
Yeah.
Like your goal is to not be on this team, but to be on the national team, because I'm playing for Toronto."
Traitor.
Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal.
I'd rather go Montreal.
Pick a thing.
Montreal.
See, and I didn't want to go Vancouver because, and again, it's soccer, so everybody has like, you know, a large thing on their chest as to like advertisement. So Vancouver's Bell, and I'm like, no. Montreal and Toronto are both BMO.
That's fine.
So I'm like, all right, one of you two can, because otherwise I would have picked Vancouver. They're West Coast, but you know, take that Bell.
I'm taking hockey rivalries. Then I'd rather go Montreal.
And again, the first team I saw from Canada was Toronto. So I'm just like,
no one likes Toronto.
My ultimate team, because again, I played the card thing.
Yeah.
Thankfully, in that one I looked, and the contracts for most of the guys, they're not the greatest of guys, but I can still win with them.
No, yeah, it starts out pretty bad.
It starts off pretty bad, but my contracts for them are all like 45 games or 50 games. So I have them for quite a few games.
Yeah.
The new the new players I'm getting, all of their contracts are like 7 games, 6 games, this, that, but they're gold standard characters, so they're actually worth that. So you can trade them for money online. You can do the microtransaction thing to buy cards and all that jazz. But I'm like, I'm not sure about you. What else have I done on FIFA? The skills stuff, so you can actually do the little skills competitions.
Which so it's kind of a tutorial?
Yeah, so it's like dribble, so they'll set up the pylons
yeah.
and show you the arrows, and you have to try and get through like as many of the like things as you can, sort of thing, and it helps you kind of learn what you're doing. Okay. The nice part about it too is right now, and anytime during while you play, it shows you the controls that you kind of have available to you next to the character you're controlling.
Okay.
So slide tackle is Y, and to tackle or pull is A.
Okay.
And you can add power to the pull and power to the tackle. So like how hard in you go is there. But if you hit the right stick, it all shuts off. So once you're used to the game and used to the controls, you can make the controls disappear. Which I'm like, well, that's nice. Because again, I, one, don't know soccer that well. And two, the controls are like, oh, A to shoot, which is like the first thing you learn. Oh, that one.
I'm hearing noises.
I know.
As Nick disappears again and is roaring into nothing. Yeah, I really want to try this golf story out, so I'm just going to steal his
Switch.
Well, Nick does things.
Either way, so FIFA's pretty good with the whole like getting you into playing.
Yeah.
And it still does the arrow thing of like, this is where you're supposed to be. So don't move out of position so much. So I'm like, okay. And it does give you a stat-based thing at the end of your game. Like, this is how you performed.
Oh, yeah. I think they all do that.
Yeah. And like I said, the cool part about the My Career mode is you can actually play as the whole team or just your one guy. And if your guy gets subbed out, you can then have the option of playing as everyone.
I wish there was that option for NHL.
It'd be kind of nice. And I get it. I get it with NHL other than you getting kicked out of the game completely. But when you just switch lines, it's kind of like, okay, this is my,
Yeah.
Because the same with NBA.
I don't watch the next shift.
I skip.
Symbol.
Yeah.
There's no point.
I do that in NBA, because in NBA, they have you sitting off to the side watching the game. And it always pisses me off in NBA. I'll be playing my butt off, and I'll get us ahead by like 6 points, and then they sub me out. Because they need you to rest anyways.
Yeah.
But the next guys that go out, all of a sudden I come back and we're down by like 8.
I know, right?
And then like social media and everything, and even after the game, it's like, man, we lost. And like my guys all like, I should have done better. As I finish with an A+ ranking, 16 points to the game, 6 assists, no turnovers. And I'm like, I played really damn well. Like, I have nothing to be sad about here.
I did well.
Yeah, I did good. And
my teammates suck.
And then, So
you could say that, but that wouldn't turn out so good.
No, it wouldn't. So, either way, those 3 games are pretty much what I've been up to. I've read more of It, fun book.
People die.
So far, 3 people are dead, and I'm on page 100.
And the main characters?
Okay, Georgie.
Well, yeah.
Spoilerific, because he dies in the trailer pretty much. Georgie's dead, and one of the main characters is dead. And then Orlando.
I don't know who the hell that is.
What, the main character that dies?
Orlando?
No, like random character.
Oh, I thought you said Orlando. I'm like, I don't know who that is.
No, one of the main characters dies.
Yeah.
As obviously an adult.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Because they kind of spoiled that in the movies. They live.
Ta-da! Yes, one of the characters dies. Very quick.
It's the one you thought?
So. And they haven't even made it back to Derry.
How the hell did you die then? I assume he. I think she lives throughout this whole thing.
So far, I have yet not seen Bev in the book.
I assume that she lives because she's kind of the only female.
I'm wondering how Stephen King pulls it all off. That's why I'm really intrigued by the book, and the book's different enough so far than the movie that I'm like from the bottom.
I did.
There you go. It's right there. Up
Wasn't
goes
working.
the weasel. So yeah, other than that, not much. We've been watching How I Met Your Mother again on Netflix. Oh, that's what else. Rick and Morty season 3.
Oh yeah.
It appeared on it. Well, no, it appeared on Google Play. They don't have season 1. They don't have season 2. But they have season 3.
Have the newest one.
I've gone through all of season 3 that I can possibly go through that they have available on Google Play. So I have seen Pickle Rick. I now know the joke.
I haven't watched any of the seasons, so.
He turns into a pickle.
Does it look like a penis?
Nope. He's like he's legitimately just like a.
I was gonna say you're watching a lot of shows with.
I know
penises.
phallic symbols in them.
Yeah.
Either way, season 3 of Rick and Morty's pretty good. Pretty good. They've changed enough stuff in season 3.
Yeah.
To make some very dynamic stories.
This the last season?
I don't think so. Apparently, it ends in a cliffhanger.
Okay.
So.
You're getting there.
Apparently, they'll keep going. So. I'm like, cool. But yeah, other than that, we're rewatching How I Met Your Mother, which is one of those shows. Again, I can yep. And if I miss an episode, I'm okay. And
you know them already.
I know them all, so I'm okay because the inside jokes happen, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Because my wife will watch them, and I'll come in and keep watching them. Or it's always funny because she'll fall asleep while we watch them because that's what we put on while we're like falling asleep.
Yeah.
So she'll go back. So I'll end up watching the same episode sometime, like 3 times. Because she'll go like back to the last episode she actually watched, whereas I will go to like I'll just keep watching them after she falls asleep.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden I'm watching the episode again, and I'm like, So then that's how I bring out my book, and I'm like, this is perfect. Like I can get like 20 pages read, and
yeah.
And I still get distracted by the show, even if because Barney's Barney.
Yeah.
So you're reading the book and you're like. Because of what's happening on there and not in here.
This is terrifying.
Yeah, this is like, oh man, I feel really bad for this guy as he's like throwing up into a toilet or whatever, and then you look up and Barney's like, legend, wait for it, dairy, and you're like, yeah. And get back to this serious mode. So no, that's all I've been up to, and like I said, I haven't had a lot of time for games, so I've kind of the last 2 days. I got Golf Story on the 28th because that's when it dropped.
Yeah.
And FIFA came out yesterday. So I played Golf Story. I got to I'm now at the 3rd golf course.
Okay.
And then FIFA I got, and again, FIFA I'm trying to kind of find my bearings. And then Brian came over and he bought FIFA, so we played one match while he was waiting for his to download together on the Switch.
Yeah.
And on mine, we played first on handheld where we're both right next to the screen. Then we plugged it in the TV, and the difference between the TV mode and the handheld mode is very noticeable.
Yeah.
EA did a great job. And handheld mode, again, is great. I can sit on my couch. I feel like I'm playing soccer.
Yeah.
I plug it in the TV, though, and I'm like, oh, this is a very different experience because it looks prettier. It plays at a better frame rate. A noticeable difference on the frame rate and graphics and just overall polish. And I'm like, damn. This is... EA did the better job, I think, gameplay-wise.
Yeah.
NBA did the better job of making sure that it's the exact same game that everybody else got.
Huh.
So it's kind of because people are like, this is way better than NBA. And I'm like, but I've had fun with NBA.
Yeah, but people are super critical.
But EA has the more polished game. But it's missing features from other versions. So it's kind of give and take.
Yeah, exactly.
It's do you want to give up features to get a game? Or would you rather have the whole game and maybe it's not as pretty and maybe it doesn't run as well? It's not like I cannot play basketball.
No.
I can play basketball.
Not in real life, but...
Not in real life, which is why I get it on the system, but... And now I know kind of how people play basketball. I understand more of the aspects to basketball.
Next thing you know, you'll be watching.
Yeah, no. I don't think... It's one of those sports I can't watch. It's like soccer. I can't watch it because all they do is...
paint dry.
Yeah, they spend like an hour and a half kicking a ball back. It's like watching a giant game of Pong.
Kind of.
They kick the ball to the other side, and if the guy doesn't get it, then this guy, the defender, gets it. He kicks it back, and then...
They have to restart because it didn't work.
Yeah. Like, it's a bunch of like, oh, guess they didn't get the ball. Once they get the ball on the other side, it becomes a very exciting game. But that happens like almost never.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Brian and I playing yesterday was good, and then Brian and I did play one of the season games, the local season games on the Switch. So he played on his Switch, I played on my Switch. I won, mostly because I was the more aggressive player.
And you played it.
Not really. Like, I had gotten one game in before Brian got here. Brian and I played together on a team.
Yeah.
Where Brian actually got more goals than I did and played better than I did. So then we switched off and we're playing opposite each other. Yeah. I'm like, okay, like Brian's probably gonna kick my butt, so I came on a little bit harder. And I
wasn't expecting.
Apparently not. I took him by surprise.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. My biggest problem with FIFA is the commentators. I'm back to a game where they actually say your name.
Oh yeah.
Because NBA 2K.
I'm sure they won't.
NBA 2K, the name of your character, because they call you by your nickname, is DJ. So my character is always DJ. DJ has the ball. DJ's coming out. DJ's doing this. DJ's doing that. And I'm like, okay. So FIFA, pick your commentator name. And I'm like, Scar. My name is Nick. I have a fairly common name.
Yep.
My last name, Chevalier. I have a fairly common name for an international broad game.
Yeah.
A game played in France, I have a fairly, my name in that region of the world, fairly big.
You're good.
Not in the game. Neither one of them.
Huh.
My wife's last name's in.
Really?
Because over in that part of the world, her name is also fairly... She's from, her family name comes from England.
Mine's from Scotland.
I haven't looked up your name. Brian's is in there. Not Brian, but Chung.
Oh, okay.
Chang, Chong, Chung.
That's
all available. Racist. And I'm like, Chevalier? Nope. I can get Nicholson. I can get Nickel.
Weird.
I can't even get Nicholas. I'm like... So right now I'm running around as Nickel. They can call me Nickel. Nickel's got the ball. Nickel. That's
we'll start calling you Nickel.
Nickel. I told my wife, I'm like, I'll just change it to your last name because I'll just take your last name. In my career, I'll just take that one and call it a day. So I might restart my career and actually just make a whole new character. Because again, I was just kind of trying to get into the game.
Yeah.
To see what it was like. But yeah, no, it handles like a... NBA, I feel, is more tactical. Okay. They've done a good job of simulating basketball, making sure you're making the right passes, finding the open lanes.
Yeah.
The soccer game, I feel, is EA does their gig of it's slightly realistic, but also slightly arcadey.
So they kind of have their both.
It's the middle ground thing where I'm like, I prefer the EA version because I don't have to quite know how to play the sport.
Yeah. I
can make up my own little moves. Whereas NBA, my coach yells at me constantly because it's like, stop freewheeling with the ball. Run the plays. And I'm like,
but I don't know the plays, coach. Coach, I don't know the plays.
I don't want to.
Yeah. So, both good games.
Yeah.
But yeah, EA, I've always... The only game where they never got arcadey, and they started getting away from arcadey, was the NFL, the Madden games. Yeah. And that's why I stopped playing Madden games, because it got to the point where I couldn't play football in real life or on the video game console.
It's really tough in the game.
What? Madden?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Madden hard.
Yep. Not
good at Madden.
I haven't played in a long time, so I don't know.
And they might have improved it since last... But the last one I played on the Xbox 360...
you never know.
It's been a while, but I played it there, and I'm like, Nick can't play Madden games. Madden games used to be hike ball.
Yeah.
It gave you three people, your receivers to pass to one of them.
You still do. You just got to watch everything.
Everything else.
It's really tough.
It is tough. So that's where I'm like, I just can't play football anymore. Period.
I wonder how that'd be a pro would be.
That'd be interesting.
Because you're not the quarterback. You have to time your... You're running.
Time you're running, or if you're, like, one of the, lines, like, you're right up there and have to, like...
It'd be interesting.
Do they even have to be a pro in Madden?
I think they do.
I'm intrigued now. EA, considering this is selling pretty well, could you start the other sports games? Like...
I want to say, yeah, they do have... Maybe a running back.
Yeah.
It's easy enough. Give me the ball.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I mean, you have to block every once in a while, but...
Hey. That'd be interesting. I'd be down for that. But yeah, EA, you got to get more games coming out for the Switch for the sports games, because I'm intrigued, and I want hockey.
It's good.
I want hockey.
It's good.
So either way, FIFA.
Up soon.
I know.
Wednesday.
I know. We have tickets to 2 games. I can get you tickets. They're
It's going to cost me money, though.
They're going to cost you a bit, but...
I want free tickets.
And you sit way high up.
I'm fine. I don't care where the seats are.
My wife was gutsy because her family has... One of her family members has tickets, and they sell half their tickets off.
Yeah.
Because the
She bought them?
Well, no, the season's tickets are expensive.
No, she bought the individual stuff that they're selling.
No. Well, yeah, she bought some of their... So they just send out the, like, here is the list of games. And it's like, send us your wish list sort of thing, and we'll see what we can do. So my wife didn't even look at the teams who were playing, because my wife is not huge into hockey.
It doesn't matter to me.
Well, so she, again, she sits there going, like, I don't care who we're playing.
See, she
Because
doesn't care because she doesn't know who they are. I don't care because I'm seeing an Oiler.
You just want to see an Oiler game. Either way, she picked our first game against the Golden Knights because that's when she has time off.
That's a good game.
So I'm like, you're gutsy asking for that game. Like, I'm assuming they're going to want to. No, we have tickets to that game.
That's a good game.
I know. I'm kind of excited to go see the Golden Knights.
Yeah. They'll suck, but
yeah, they will. But it's the new team. That's why I was like. And again, we are sitting way up.
Whatever.
You go up like the giant escalator.
Oh, I know. I love that. I love the giant escalator.
It's awesome. Yeah. Our Rogers place is pretty fancy.
Pretty kicking.
Pretty kicking. It's a pretty cool thing.
That's what the kids are saying now.
I guess, yeah. Kicking? I don't know.
Probably not.
Either way, yeah, I'm excited for hockey to start. We can start talking about hockey again.
Oh boy.
Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Sports.
Spoilers.
We changed it to spoilers. We did change. Oh no, there it is.
That says Oilers. It didn't say sports.
And it's not even there
broke.
anymore. Oh, it used to be a picture. I got rid of the picture.
That broke.
It broke. Oh yeah, no, it used to be this one. We're gonna have to duplicate that and change it. So yeah, we can start talking sports again on the post-credit show.
Oh.
And maybe Tony will actually keep watching the sports before the postseason.
And Pokin doesn't count.
No. I like how that's like. He's like, I'm not sure what sports game to get. Pokin or NBA or soccer.
Oh, 2 of those are real sport games.
And the thing actually deterring him from FIFA was my journey was not included. He wanted the story mode, and I'm like,
no.
And I'm like, my career is still in there. Like, you still get to play as your individual you.
You just don't have a story.
You just don't have, like, your manager coming up going, like, cutscene telling you to, like, smarten up, or, your teammates coming up to say something, or you having to choose between, I don't know what brands they do in soccer, but, like, Pumas versus
Ferrari.
Adidas, or, who you're gonna...
Lamborghini.
Yay!
Rolex.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm like, you just skip all that stuff, which isn't that big a deal. My career still gives you a salary, and you can choose to retire. Like, I could retire after 3 games in...
I will play for McDonald's on the Russian team.
Maybe they dress their people up like Pennywise.
I would be terrified of that.
But yeah, I do want to restart my career mode now that I kind of know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. My career mode in 2K, because you have to spend the virtual currency to upgrade your guy, you can't just restart. Because you don't get the same amount. Like, you have to build up all of that virtual currency again. So I'm like, that I'm not going to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I do want to start the more of the management mode in NBA 2K, though. Because I do like the overall, franchise mode sort of thing. Just not online.
It's very in-depth now.
They're getting stupidly in-depth. And again...
And that's what I love with the NHL. When you start that, it gives you the options to turn things off.
Which is nice.
You want to be in charge of finances? No.
See, I don't mind finances. I like that kind
of... No, it's like running everything. And it's like, I don't know.
I'm okay with that, because that's that tycoon thing again, where I'm
it's
like,
that,
yes.
Hey, I know his salary.
Yes.
My guys, that's all I have to do for my financial part of things.
Oh, well, then you're okay. They don't want you, like, charging how much is a hot dog going to cost?
I don't know. Like, I turned it all off. I turned it pretty much back to basic general manager mode.
Yeah. But yeah, the amount of stats involved and stuff. The soccer game keeps it, like, EA's done a really good job of keeping everything very, like, even the Ultimate Team mode. Mm-hmm. It's very easy to check stats. It's very easy to see if I replace this guy with this guy, what are my stats going to be, da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
NBA's is a little bit more, again, I don't know a lot about NBA stuff. And again, they've added that story element to it where I'm like, stop this.
Never.
Like, I don't need a story mode in my GM mode. You're the new general manager. Like, before I even did my interview, I met with the captain of the team and the coach of the team, and they're like, yeah, we play well as a team, man. Like, don't split us up. And the coach is like, I think I've done a pretty good job here. And the player's like,
you suck.
And the player's like, yeah, without coach, man, we'd be like, doomed. So then you do a press conference, and it's like, are you going to keep all the players? And it's like, I don't know. Going to have to see the team play for a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why am I answering these questions? But it's actually because team morale is built into franchise mode. So if I'm a dick to them in these meetings,
you have and even in NHL you have team meetings.
Yeah,
you can have team meetings. Depending on how you're doing, team chemistry and everything. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. And the only other thing I don't understand quite in Ultimate Team on FIFA is chemistry between the lines, and I'm not sure how that works in the franchise mode where you actually have to build.
Yeah.
Because Ultimate Team, I put everybody in the positions they're supposed to be in,
yeah.
And I got a reward for that because they're like, you actually filled your lines properly. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Because on Ultimate Team, sometimes you're not going to end up with a left winger.
Yeah.
Because the cards just don't come out that way. I got mine to fall in the right way. But their chemistry are red lines everywhere because...
Someone's more of a striker.
They're all basic right now, which is why. So I have to find the right combo of sniper, enforcer, striker, all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay. I'll understand soccer sometime.
Someday.
Yeah, one day I'll understand more sports. And again, I get the basics of soccer. I have the basics of... I can watch a basketball game.
Ball goes this way, you kick.
Well, and again, I went out with coworkers the one night, and... last year, and a basketball game was on, and I'm like, oh, that was good play or this or that.
I still can't watch that.
But no, and again, we were at a sports bar, doesn't matter. So and it was on the giant screen, and the one person I was with is huge into basketball. So all of a sudden, a guy gets fouled, and the other person we're with is like, well, why did they lose the ball? And I'm like, oh, because goaltending or whatever it happened to be, or it was too much contact on the shot. And all of a sudden, this coworker, and I mean, we talk, but we never talk sports.
Yeah.
She's like, you know basketball? And I'm like, I know the basics of basketball. Let's not get crazy here. Because she starts talking about players, and I'm like...
LeBron.
And I'm sitting there going, does Michael Jordan still play? Curry. I know Curry. Curry is a name. I recognized... Durant. I noticed a name while I was playing FIFA today where I'm like, ooh, I know that one.
Ronaldo?
Yes. We recognize, because FIFA does actually, on top of this last bit of thing before I think I'm done with FIFA soon, talking about it, they have the Women's International World Cup.
Yeah.
So you can actually play as the females.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool.
Where Canada's actually...
Where we're actually half decent. So that's what Brian and I ended up playing for our season yesterday, because he picked Team Canada. He's like, Team Canada on the feet, women's thing. Yeah. Score! And then I picked another team, and it's the females have to play a female team. So I'm like, fine, I will switch. So I played as Sweden.
I don't know how they do.
Again, there's star ratings. It tells you overall how they are for everything else. So I kind of found one that matched Brian's. Because I didn't want to be a dick and be like...
USA.
Well, I didn't want to... Again, I didn't want to find a 5-star rated team with overalls in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because Canada's 4 stars overall, high 80s.
Yep.
I didn't want to completely outdo him and be like, oh yeah, this is my team that I'm picking. Bring it. So... either way, we had a fairly overall matched team. I just, like I said, came on a little bit more aggressively. But we recognize names on the Canadian female team.
St. Clair.
Yeah. That's it.
That's all I got.
That's the one. Because she's on commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're they're like, St. Clair has the ball, and we're like, yay!
I recognize Messi, too.
Oh, Messi, I would know. But, And the other part is...
Beckham doesn't play anymore.
No. The other part with FIFA is at some point I'm going to drive my wife nuts because the commentators are English.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it was a good pass there, but interception could turn this whole game around. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to like play this for like 2 hours and come up and just be like, what we watching on the telly? And then I'll be sleeping on the couch. Or outside, depending on how much I do it. So... Either way, FIFA's good, Golf Story's good, NBA,
everything's good.
I am happy with all the sports games on the Switch right now, except RBI Baseball. That one I've
stopped
again because I'm getting a better experience out of NBA. I'm getting a better experience out of FIFA.
Yeah.
So now it's come between like Brian left, and I'm like, I should get some FIFA, or I should get some basketball games in. So I played a couple basketball games, and if Brian and I could have played online. Like against each other,
yeah.
I probably, because I saw him log in and play FIFA when he got home, and I'm like, it'd be nice if we could play together, but we cannot.
Nope.
So I'm like, if we could have played, I probably wouldn't have played NBA last night and just stuck with FIFA. But I'm like, I gotta get some basketball in, gotta get my ranking up. Apparently, the cutscenes stop at season 2. Woohoo. Can't wait. So, gotta get all my endorsement money by then, though.
Yeah.
So, either way, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good stuff. Either who, check us out next week. Yep. We might have more people.
If we kidnap people, yeah.
If we kidnap more people and or other people, things happen.
Stop hanging out with our wife.
Yeah, Brian.
You know who I'm looking at?
Jeez. Supporting your wife.
Other.
Either way.
Horses live for a long time, Brian.
Yeah, but his wife's been training for this stuff. I think it'd be kind of neat to see them do some of that stuff. Because I
don't encourage him. He should be here.
To be fair, I could not do any of that on a horse.
I could ride a horse.
Have you ridden a horse?
No.
I've never ridden a horse. I'm kind of scared. I'm scared about the fact of riding.
I have a connection to get a horse.
I know people. I could ride I don't want to ride a horse. I think horses.
My brother.
I think horses from back are majestic, amazing creatures. I think from close up, when I can pet them with someone close by, I am good.
You're my brother.
I think getting onto the back of a beast that could literally, like, break me, I'm not sure about that. I have a car. I'm good.
Okay. I think I could do it.
Brian's gone horseback riding.
Yeah.
He actually has a Batman, like,
nice.
saddle thing now.
Nice.
The cloth that goes under the saddle. I don't know what to
See,
call.
Everyone else would find out about this. Right here.
We can talk about it next week. Either way, join us next week where it's definitely going to be me and Chris, I think, unless Chris abandons me.
I don't think I have a life. So.
Because Tony's gone again, so it's just the two of us again, unless we can get Brian or Graham.
Yeah. That second one is questionable. We have to actually kidnap him.
And again, with school...
I don't condone actually kidnapping people, but
Except
we
Graham.
might literally have to
one day.
rip him out of his house.
Yeah. Hopefully with
Offer
pants
him
on.
drinks.
We could.
Come over for a drink.
Yeah, I've tried. It doesn't work.
Go Friday night and then get him so hammered that
he has to stay here, but he lives 5 minutes from here. He can legitimately stumble home.
No.
Okay, well.
Get him so drunk that doesn't happen either.
With that, everybody, join us next week. Until then, you can check us out at barrelrollnews.com to find us on Facebook, on Twitter. Check out all of our stuff on YouTube. Join our Discord channel. Find our Steam accounts. Join us on there if we're playing stuff.
Yeah.
You can follow some of us on Twitter. We're both on Twitter.
We're both on Twitter.
We're both on the Twitter. Sometimes I will comment if I'm playing something on the Switch.
Don't. I like things.
You do like
don't
things? I see
comment.
You like things. No.
That means I had to talk.
Did you hear? Oh, that's what we forgot to talk about in the news. Twitter's thinking of increasing the 140 character limit to 280.
I don't use one word.
I always find it as an English major, it's always been a fun challenge to find out how, not using abbreviations or anything, how can I fit in like 140 characters and say what I want to say. It's like a challenge.
I don't talk in the first place anyways, so it doesn't really matter to me.
But join us at barrelrollnews.com. You can check us out at patreon.com/BrNN. Seeing as we can't make money off of YouTube right now.
Watch us.
Yeah, watch our videos.
Get people to watch us.
Tell your friends.
I'm okay with you even turning it on and just putting it on the background.
So yeah, because you can listen to us. You don't actually have to watch us. That's the bonus of the Barrel Roll podcast.
Yeah, a podcast.
Is you can just listen to us in the background while you're,
I mean, you don't get the fancy hand motions that we do all the time, but whatever.
Doing the dishes, you can listen to Barrel Roll.
Yeah.
The Barrel Roll post-credit show. Either way, like and subscribe so that, we can start trying to make money again. Maybe bring our lifetime total up to more.
Quarter.
Maybe, yeah. Whew. Look, Chris just made us more money than we've ever made before.
Good thing I stopped the dog from eating that.
Exactly.
That's our money.
That's our revenue. Our funds. Either way, check us out next week, guys. Good seeing you all.
Bye.